One. This is Knucklehead Podcast, where we tell and show the 99 percenters how to get into the 1% and shake things up. It's time to make a difference. I'm King Mal, known as Malcolm. I am the co-host, but let's see who my co-host is.
Quan, how you doing, guys? Good to see you guys again. Thank you for supporting the channel.
There we go. And we have a special guest, ladies and gentlemen, none other than...
Dr. Kimberley Michelle.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Dr. Kim.
Thank you guys for having me, first of all.
Thank you for coming.
I'm a 24-year, you're welcome, 24-year Air Force veteran. They call me the purpose pusher. Okay. I help women and men walk in wealth by walking in their purpose. So it's not just physical, financial, it's spiritual and mental. Also psychologist, book publisher, a little bit of everything. I know y'all looking at me. It's a lot I do, right? And just really help people walk in their true identity of who they are. Mm-hmm. So thank you.
So I love that, but we can't just leave off like that, Quan.
Yeah,
I'm
she
sorry.
coming way too hard.
Let's just do a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
10-time best-selling author.
Okay.
Have helped over 300 individuals publish their book.
That's true.
2022 top 10 people to know in Tampa. 2022 and 2024 recipients of Presidential Lifetime Achievement, 2023 Trailblazer Award, Herpreneur.
Yep.
2023 Woman of the Year Award. She has done since 2021 all the way to 24 over 12 different events, just to name a few. Boss Ladies, Book Club in Pajamas, Hearts of Holidays, Walk in Purpose. So not only what she said, this is a walking testimony.
Oh my gosh. Who is he talking about? Like, you ever sit and hear your bio and be like, they talking about me? Not little old me. Wow, that's impressive. Thank you. Y'all weren't playing. Y'all really did your work. God is good.
Yes.
That's all I can say, that he will use somebody like me. Mm-hmm. And what I've been through, I just want people to know that they have hope.
I love
That's
that.
it. Mm-hmm.
So I know you said 24 years in the military.
Yes.
Before the military, in high school and those things, who was Dr. Kim?
Oh, man. They called me. Okay, so my last name.
Hey, you saw that?
You know,
they used to
you
call
way
me.
back. Hold on. Which part are we going to talk about today?
Yeah.
So all the way back there, my name used to be Brown. And so they used to call me Little Foxy Brown. Remember Foxy Brown was popular?
Yes.
So I had all the airbrush T-shirts. I was Little Foxy Brown because I was like 5'5". I'm always the petite little girl running around, but I had a lot to say. So I always had people that supported me, had my back. I was an only child, so I didn't have siblings around me, but everybody always gravitated to me.
Wow.
So in high school, I was just the little one trying to mind my business and be cute and work it like, the front office with the principal. I didn't get into nothing. I tried to be on the dance team. They said I wasn't shapely enough. Look at your girl now, right? So I was with the cheerleaders. Y'all, I grew up in the suburbs, so I had to be a cheerleader. That's all right. That's all right, because now I can rock with the dancers. But
There you go. So with that, going into the military, what kind of shifted you to get into the military?
Oh man, okay. So I joined the military off a bet. Right. So off a bet. All my veterans, I love y'all. But I didn't join for service and country. I love it now, but I joined off a bet with my dad.
You lost?
I won. I retired.
Okay.
I won the bet.
Okay.
He lost. No. So I joined because he said I couldn't do it. Right.
Oh.
He wanted me to be a lawyer. He wanted me to go to school. I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to do my own thing. And when you're an only child, your parents are separated. You kind of put them against each other.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So my mom's like, you can do what you want to do. My dad's like, no, you're going to school. So I'm going to do what mom said. So that was it. I was trying to work. It didn't work out. I went to college. I went to University of Illinois.
Okay.
Champaign-Urbana. And it was rough. I didn't like my first semester. So I was like, I'm not doing this. Yeah. I didn't want to go to class. I didn't understand why we got to go to class. Right? I got things to do. So
as
a freshman, I don't like class. It's like math. I didn't want to do it. And so my dad was like, well, you have to do something. So my recruiter from high school found me working at the restaurant one day and was like, you don't need to be doing this. And I was like, well, do what? So he said, we have air traffic control. You can come in. You can be over airplanes. We'll give you $15,000 and you can join right now. And I was like, okay. So I told my dad, he said, you're not going to do it. You have nails, you get your hair done, right? Like they get dirty. You're not going to do it. And I'm like, watch me. And just to show him, I signed for 6 years.
Wow.
Crazy. And I absolutely loved it. And so I made it a career. So I won. He was supposed to buy me my first car. He did not. So it's all good.
Yeah.
I think it was all a divine plan.
That $15K, you can buy your own car.
Listen, I don't even know what I did with that $15K. I tell you, it wasn't a car. But, it was all a divine blessing, right? And a setup, I believe, to get me to where I needed to be. So I'm so grateful.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Y'all know the history, boy.
Oh, yeah. So, we kind of went over some of your amazing accomplishments, which I think is a good testimony to a lot of women out there to understand it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish, right?
Correct.
And to be where you're sitting at right now, I think is a amazing testimony. So, talk a little bit about, we are a financial podcast. So what was that first initial step becoming an entrepreneur, right? Because you had the military background, you had that security there, you retired from that. What made you want to be, going to be an entrepreneur? Because I know you were doing that for quite some time.
I was. So before I got out the military, I knew there was something else I needed to do.
Okay.
I enjoyed the military. I made money. It was fun. But I was like, this isn't my purpose. This isn't my calling. I knew there was more. And I had been coaching women in the military, even from the time I went in basic training. Right? I didn't know how to fold my clothes correctly.
Right.
And I'm like, this is hard and I don't understand this, but I knew how to braid hair. So while they were folding my clothes, folding things for me, I would braid everybody's hair and we would have coaching sessions. But I didn't know what a coach was. Nobody was talking about it. It's not a buzzword like it is now.
Right.
So I'm sitting here giving them life lessons and telling them how to get through basic and how to get through life. And I'm like, I'm a coach. This is like what I'm supposed to be doing. Mind you, we all walked around with the same hairstyle because I only could do one. And that's when my sergeant was like, you're a leader. You got everybody in here looking like you.
Right.
And I was like, that is nice. And so that stayed with me my whole career. So at about 16 years, I was like, okay, I got to do something else. And so that's when I started pursuing being an entrepreneur. I went to beauty school, Aveda, the best school in the world.
Okay.
And that's where I got my esthetician license.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to open my own spa.
Wow.
And they're like, no way, you can't do that. You need to work for somebody. And I was like, no, I just had in my heart, as soon as I graduate, I'm going to open my own spa. And that's what I did. I went right here in Riverview, opened my own 5-room spa. And it was horrible. I paid way too much money. I had too much going on. I was in debt, but I loved it. People were so happy and their services were so good. But I just didn't know anything about business. So that's how I got started. And it's been like a whirlwind from there.
Wow.
It's been great.
That's impressive.
Thank
I
you.
know. So since then, you opened up your own spa, but you also went to open 2 more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if one was already...
It was already crazy.
Double down.
What?
Listen, they tell you, I'm so glad I learned these things now, but don't grow too fast. So when you own a business, when you have people that are even investing in you, don't grow too fast.
Okay.
Growth is good, but don't grow too fast because you can't keep up with it. And so after I got the first one, this was personal, right? I was married then. And I was facing a divorce. So I knew I was about to get divorced. So literally the reason I got the second was because I was getting divorced and I didn't want to fail.
Right.
So rather than just fail or just coast, I'm like, I'm doubling down. I'm going to get a second one. I'm going to show everybody. Because people, whether they mean it or not, they wish for you to fail. Right. Don't get a divorce. You're going to be homeless. You're going to be by yourself. How are you going to take care of this and take care of that? And I was like, no, God got me. So I went and got the second one. Then why not get a third one? Right. And so after the second, I learned more about business. Right. I learned more of how to take care of people, how to get the right clientele, how to check your numbers. Before, I was just servicing people. I didn't know anything about numbers. I didn't know anything about bottom line. Didn't know anything about paying all these different bills, right? So the second time, I said, I'm going into this better. Got a mentor, learned what I needed to do, and then we went and got the third one.
Wow.
And so every time I tell people, we don't like to talk about our trauma, or we don't like to talk about issues and things that happen, but literally it pushed me into where I needed to be, right? I'm grateful for the marriage, whether it ended in divorce or not. I learned so much about relationships. I learned so much about God and how he saw me and what he had in store for my life. And so it pushed me into the things that were not comfortable. Right. And so I'm so grateful.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have 3. There's a thing, and Quan and I, we were talking about this earlier, like 42%, right? 42% of businesses are owned by women, right? Are owned by women.
Yeah.
But transition, because you end up closing the spas, right? And going into another arena.
Yes.
But a lot of times that arena that you're in, most people feel like it's kind of male dominant. At certain, what made you close that?
Yeah.
Going into a male dominant area, like why the transition when you were doing so well here? With
Another
42% of the women doing great.
Listen.
I feel like
I can't just follow, right? So it's another challenge. And we all need to grow. I think we get too complacent and too happy where we are, right? Oh my gosh, I made 6 figures. I'm going to sit here.
Yeah.
6 figures isn't nothing anymore, right? Now that's like the bottom. So it was like, okay, I'm making money, but now what? And I'm working all the time. The third one was in Lakeland, so I had to drive an hour and something all the time just to get to clients, just to come back. I don't have time for my kids. I don't have time for fun. I don't have time for God. Right now I'm trying to work on Sundays so I can make things happen. And so I finally said, God, there's got to be a better way. I'm in my 40s, first of all, right? I'm not going to be sitting behind a chair making $100, $200 an hour when I can double that just speaking. Right. And so that's when I realized, okay, wait, I have something here. So I believe it was like on Instagram, one of the Skin and Ink body conferences had reached out to me, said, we want you to be a speaker. I was like, really? Okay. So this was when I was still married, so I'm backing up a little bit, but they asked me to go speak. And I was like, I've never done this before. Like, how am I going to do it? And they're like, oh, it's nothing. We partnered with Bonner Brothers. It's only 5,000 people you're going to speak in front of.
Yeah.
Only. She's like, well, we found you on Instagram, so you got to be good at this. I was like, yeah, sure. So I don't want to say no.
Yeah.
So it was at the Atlanta Convention Center, and I was like, okay, I can do this. And so I went to go speak, and in the relationship that I was in, my ex was not a fan. And so he kind of told me all the things I couldn't do. But you don't know that's fuel to my fire.
Yeah,
so now I'm like, oh, I can't do this? We're about to kill it. So I went on stage, killed it. It was phenomenal. And then I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Then they put me in a classroom. The classroom sold out. So I was like, okay, I'm on to something. Wow. So when the spas were doing their thing and I was burnt out, I went back to my mind. Y'all, your mind is more powerful than your hands and your feet. So I went back to my mind and said, I spoke in front of people before. And I could speak in front of 5,000 people instead of having one person an hour and getting $200 an hour.
Preach.
So I was like, oh, I can preach to many instead of one. So that's where the shift happened that, okay, I'm working too hard, right? So I can still work hard, but I can do it with better effort and be more concise at the people I'm trying to reach. And so that's when I said, okay, I'm going to start teaching. I did my first online course. It sold out, went crazy. I taught on vaginal steaming, if y'all remember what that is. It's for ladies. They sit on the pot, clean their vaginal area. Yeah.
It's just the fact that you said if y'all remember what that is, like,
It was a big
we were a
deal.
part of the, like we were sitting there saying we next.
Right.
Housewives of Atlanta made it a big deal.
Did you see how she
okay?
just
You might have had somebody talk about it. I don't want to tell
in
you
my
business,
head?
all right?
In my head, I'm
So-
sitting here. I'm like, what did she just say?
Don't make that face. So, Housewives of Atlanta made it popular. Anyway, it really projected me in my business. So, yeah, that's when I realized, okay, I'm going to talk to many people. And that's what I've been doing. Now I help estheticians. I help people open their own spa. Like, it's just been, it's been a great ride. I threw him off now.
Yeah,
with the
you kind of did.
vaginal steaming, don't know where to go.
It's crazy. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Only on the Knucklehead podcast you hear about that.
Listen, that's going to be the real. Okay, I'm ready. Come on.
But you said something that really stood out to me as interesting. You mentioned that you're a mom,
Yes.
a wonderful mom, and kind of going through this experience and this journey of being an entrepreneur and getting to where you're at now, where you're a well-known speaker. How hard was it managing being a mom, and you got to take all these different flights, you got to manage your time, and then I'm pretty sure your kids were young at the time. They're like, "Where's mom at?" I know I have a lot of friends that are females and mothers, and they say that's one of the biggest challenges, knowing how to divvy up their time, balance, being a mom and an entrepreneur.
I'm going to tell you, and I may have said it like when we were talking before, I have a great ex-husband, right? So marriage wasn't our thing, but friendship and co-parenting, he's amazing.
That's
so shout out.
Amazing.
And even now, he does the bulk of taking care of the kids because that's what I was doing. So I'm grateful for that. But it is hard. And so, but I did want my kids to see me be successful.
Yes.
Right? I'm the first millionaire in the family, right? Come on, Lord.
Yes.
And so I wanted to change these things generationally, but if they see it from other people and not from us, they don't think it's possible.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So I wanted my kids to see me successful. When I got divorced, I wanted them to see me bounce back. I wanted them to keep seeing, that you're important, that you need to do what God has called you to do.
Yes.
So it's hard when they're looking at you and like, why does mommy have to go?
Yeah.
Even in the military, right? They're pulling on my little boots and putting my clothes on when I'm walking around. But later it's worth it.
Yes.
Right? And so to hear your kids now, my oldest is 22. She's in the Air Force. So proud of her. Y'all, I'm about to be a grandmother.
That's
I just gave some new content. Help me, Lord. To my daughter watching. So she's in California. She just came from Italy. And so I'm like, she's about to be a mother.
Wow.
For the first time. It was a little early, Faith, but so I'm grateful. But to know that they saw me and they're proud of me, that makes it worthwhile.
That's amazing.
So there's this thing that I noticed or I saw. There was a point in time you had a nose ring. You
Yep.
had a nose ring.
Wait.
Some reason it came out, then it got affected.
Oh,
then you put it back
right,
in.
right.
Right. And then you were trying to figure out what was what. And only thing that actually healed is when you removed it.
Yes.
You're a transformational coach, right?
Yes.
So even though that's a transformational moment, how do you help individuals that go through certain things, that one pain that they need to remove? And it's beautiful. You don't want to get rid of it.
Right.
What do you do? How do you help them get rid of that
That's
that pain?
awesome. You guys really went deep on the nose ring. So that story that even goes with that is what the first thing we do is we get to the root of the problem. Because oftentimes we see the fruit on the tree and we think that's the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is what was in the root. That's actually what's giving us the fruit. So if we can deal with the root first, then we can fix everything else. Because if you just fix these symptoms and things that are happening, you didn't really fix the disease. It's coming back. So you can try to treat what you see, but it's coming back. So the nose, that's what happened, right? My daughter was getting a nose ring. I wanted to show her I'm her friend and, don't be a child's friend, right? But I wanted to show her I could relate to her. So she was getting a nose ring, so I got one at my big old age. And the man told me, he said, you're over 40. I'm just saying they don't heal like they normally do if you're younger. So I just want you to know. And sure enough, I got it done and that thing popped out. Like it made a big old bump. And I was like, I don't want to have this big old keloid on my nose. So I went back. The guy was like, I'll re-pierce it. He re-pierces it. Nothing. I did the tea tree oil, everything they said. It was the bump would not go down. And so I was like, this isn't working. And my daughter's healed just fine. So I'm like, what is going on, Lord? So as soon as I take it out, it heals. Completely. The bump, everything went away. I didn't have to put nothing on it. It immediately went away. And I said, God, that's a lesson. That there are things that we do because we see other people do it, or we're trying to hang with the Joneses, or we're trying to be like somebody else. And then you realize it's not for you. And so God loves you that much and your destiny, he's not going to let you sabotage yourself. So he wouldn't even let me keep it in. As nice as it looked, as cool as I wanted to be, it couldn't stay in. And so I think oftentimes, though, some of us are walking around putting things back in even though they don't fit. And you're walking around with this bump or this weird look and you look crazy to everybody else, but you don't see it.
Right.
Because you just hoping it'll get better. It'll get better. It won't get better. Just take it out and remove it. Because when you got so much in your hand, God can't even put more in there. People can't even put more in there, right? You're not even saying I'm in an abundance mindset because you're so full. When you're too full, like a hoarder, where are you going to put it? You're going to have stuff and blessings you don't even know you have. You won't even recognize blessings because you're too full. So you have to let some things go. You have to make room or you'll never get what you want.
Preach.
Trying to help the folks.
I love that.
You should do that anyway. Like every summer, clear your stuff out.
Yep. Detox.
Show God you're grateful, right? Get rid of those clothes. Take them to a thrift store. Take them to a homeless shelter. I love doing that, right? Because you're making room.
Right.
You want to get married, ladies, fellas, make room. Get a drawer. This is free, y'all. Okay, you need to come for
Free
coaching.
game.
You know what I'm saying? Get a drawer in your house and clear it out.
Yes.
Y'all ever did that when y'all was single? Okay. Clear the drawer out.
Was.
I don't know. I'm not telling people's
I
business.
just mess with you.
Clear the drawer out and make room. You do it physically and spiritually. I lost you, Malcolm. I'm just trying to see how quick I can take you out. I'm about 2 for 3. Okay, so make room for the person in your life and in your heart. I'm trying to help y'all get married this year. That's all.
2025.
To all the people watching, that's your year?
No, I said you're trying to help. You're trying to help people get married this year.
Exclusive right here on the podcast.
Yes.
Stay
Yes,
tuned.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. We'll announce the date.
We'll all be there. Don't worry about it. We'll all be there.
So I got another question for you. Being a transformation coach, can you go elaborate a little bit more on what was it about it that really resonates with you now, because you're doing it at such a high level, and what's your drive now, right? You've been to like you said, you've been on the big platforms, you've spoken at a lot of different events. What keeps you going at this point?
It's literally the people that call me or text me and say, I made a difference.
Wow.
Those are the people that keep me going. I just posted, I keep trying to throw in the towel and God throws it back. I just posted that. You don't know, every day, probably like y'all entrepreneurs too, we want to quit. I didn't ask for this, Lord. I'm like, you sure? This is the assignment you want to give me? And so every day it's a fight.
Yes.
To not quit and not be normal.
Yes.
Right? And so it's people, like I was at the event and the lady just hugged me, just bust out crying. And I gave her like a word of knowledge, something that I heard the Lord say. And she just was crying. And I'm like, Lord, even when I think I don't have it all together, even when I'm thinking, why is it going like this? God still shows up every time. Even this week when I'm like, we got the conference coming up. We have some speaking engagements and it could be dry. Nothing's happening. And I'm like, Lord, where are you at? You told me to get out here by faith. And then it'll blow up. Right now I have speaking engagements. I think I'm booked for August. September, somebody called. November, somebody called this morning. And I'm like, God, it can go from dry and I'm wondering where you are to just, if you keep your faith, if you stand on what he told you and believe in what he told you, it doesn't have to look like it right now, but you know it's coming. So that's the transformation.
Yes.
Right? I always talk about the butterfly. Right? It's just my favorite. Everybody uses it, whatever. But I love the butterfly because you have to go in that cocoon by yourself. No one else gets to go with you. And it's not a transparent, everybody can see what you're changing into. It's private. The Lord knew that much, even with a caterpillar, to say this is going to be private. And then you never, as a caterpillar, know when your day is coming. The caterpillar doesn't walk around and say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to be a butterfly. This is it. This is my big break, like we walk around doing.
Right.
The caterpillar is just living its best life. And then one day, God is like, now you're ready.
Yeah.
So I think we miss transformation because we're all trying to get to this like place,
right?
This pursuit of happiness.
Right.
That one day, 2026 of April, right? I'm going to be there. No.
Right.
Just work with what's in your hand. I tell everybody that all the time. What's in your hand? You out here trying to create something and be like somebody else. Work with what's in your hand and appreciate what you have right now. God's not giving you more. Abundance doesn't even come to you. Like the atmosphere, energy, everything's not attracted to you if you're not grateful for where you are. So you have to wake up with excitement. I wake up every day because I know why I'm here.
Yes.
Like people are like, you smile all the time? Yes. I'm the purpose pusher. Like that's huge. I get to help people walk in purpose. I get to wake up every day and do that.
Love that.
Right? So whatever your thing is that you're supposed to do, get up and do it. If it's at a job, if it's at McDonald's, right? If it's at Chipotle. Honey, I had to help somebody at Chipotle the other day. Is this your purpose? Because you slanging that rice like you don't care about nobody. So
and it's my rice.
It's my rice. And she told me it's hot in there. Hold on, y'all. Chipotle.
Don't be giving my rice negative energy.
Chipotle, y'all got to do better. She said the air is always out. Like they're always hot.
Wow.
So how can you fix good food and give good service? If it's always hot in there and they don't have what they need, Chipotle get better. But I had to, and I talked to her. Is this your purpose? Is this what you want to be doing? I'm not trying to take her away, but I want you to do what you're supposed to be doing. And if it's serving rice right now, you better be the best rice server they got. You better make the best Chipotle bowl they have until you get to your next place.
Yes.
So never despise small beginnings. I tell people that none of us, we didn't wake up and just be in where we are.
Yes.
It all took transformation. It all took time. So you have to put that work in to see the harvest.
100%.
Absolutely. So, two things. One, I love the butterfly. I think we had talked about it offline as well. A lot of people don't know with butterflies is after they come out the cocoon and everything. Most people don't know the butterfly can't see its own wings. So you know how when people get to a certain level in life, they become egotistical. Right. Butterflies don't do that. They just fly. But it's those that are around them that are able to admire it. And I think it's the energy that you give off that people gravitate to you all the time. So definitely want to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Because you bring such a energy that people are like, oh, Dr. Kim, Dr. Kim, Dr. Kim.
Yes.
Like everybody.
Listen.
So that being said,
Okay. Uh-oh.
with you being top 10 people in Tampa to know, how do you feel? I want like how do you feel?
It's wild. I told you, if I could just go to being normal and just going out the house and nobody recognizing us, my daughter will tell you, my 17-year-old, we'll be in Publix and somebody will say, hey, aren't you from Facebook? And aren't you Dr. Kim? Like they know you. And I'm, okay, hi. So people ask me why I show up everywhere that I do the way that I do, right? I go to my mailbox in a sundress, right? And my hair got to be done. Like it's a big deal.
Goodness.
In high heels. You never know who you're going to meet, who you're going to run into. We have to always be on. Y'all can say what you want, but I'm always.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm on. If I'm walking the dog.
She got a lot of laundry.
Listen.
That's what it sounds like to me, a lot of laundry.
It is a calling that I have accepted.
Yes.
And so I appreciate all the accolades because I didn't even know what it was about. And so when they told us that we were one of the top 10 and to come, I was just grateful. I was honored because sometimes when you're working so hard, you don't even realize. I was telling Christopher King when I got the presidential award, I was just serving. I didn't know they really are counting your volunteer hours. I didn't know I had over 4,000 hours. I'm just serving people and I'm working and I'm helping people. And then you get awarded, right? The Bible tells us, are we all right with all this Bible today? That, what you do in secret will be openly rewarded. And so there are so many times I have to cry at night to myself. There are so many times I have to pray and fast and get away and give up things that I may want. Yeah. Right? Just to get what God has for me. I was reminded in prayer this morning, the Lord said, time is not wasted. Time is not wasted. So when you think you are late, when you think you have missed something, when you think it hasn't happened, God wastes no time. And so he can accelerate you. And he showed the demonstration of like, you're walking, you're just doing your thing, and blessings are like walking right behind you. And one day they're going to catch up and just chase you and overtake you. Wow. Is what the scripture says. So you just got to keep walking because it's waiting to catch up with you. That's what the Bible tells us, is that it will catch you, but it can't catch you if you ain't going nowhere. Wow. So that means we have to be moving. So don't get stagnant, don't get stuck, but keep moving. Did I shut down the Knucklehead podcast?
I think
Come on, guys.
She came in here fierce.
Come on, you're a big guy.
I love it. I love it.
I've never been quiet before.
I know.
Man, but that was that moment when he said this morning, I had to get still. Yeah. It's like, you don't waste no time. Because really, sometimes we think that we've missed it. Yeah. Or the last mistake that we made or the last decision we made, that we somehow missed it. But he's sitting up there like, I'm not going to waste none of that. Not going to waste it.
Okay. So I got another question for you. So, with your clients, if you could give 3 tidbits for someone that's looking to start that transformation within their own life, what would it be?
Oh, we do the 3 C's. Yeah. We do the 3 C's. So it's clarity, confidence, and commitment. Wow. Yep. So let me say them the other way. Confidence, clarity, and commitment. Okay. Because we got to start with confidence. Yes. Right? So the first thing, when you come out of divorce, you come out of a trauma, you come out of something where you just really don't know who you are, or you're walking around imposter syndrome and you don't know who you are anyway. Right. That's a whole nother show, right? So confidence is the first thing. We want to build off of what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What do you need to work on? What's a flaw? People tell me they don't have flaws. They make me nervous. They bother me. Something is wrong with everybody. Yes. Right? So let's deal with that, and let's deal with your confidence in who you are. Yes. So you show up as you and not somebody else. Okay? The second thing is clarity. Now we got to have clarity on your assignment. Clarity on what you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to move. Just because you know your purpose doesn't mean it's the season. We have 4 seasons. Actually, we have a 5th season, if y'all want to get deep. But the 4 seasons, winter, summer, spring, and fall. There's always something different happening. Yep. But then we have 5th, which is due season. So there's a season when it's due to you. Everything that you've planted, everything that you've worked for, it becomes due. Wow. But if you don't have clarity in those other seasons, when due season comes, you still won't be ready. So that's what we work on. Then the third one is commitment. You got to be committed to your assignment. Because there are times when people aren't going to understand you. There are times when it's not going to make sense. There are times when you're walking by yourself, but you have to be committed to the assignment.
Yes.
That's the only way you're going to be successful. There are people that are not as smart, not as skilled, not as gifted, and they are successful because they're committed. And you're sitting around mad because you got more skill, you've got more gifting, and you just won't stay committed. That was the biggest thing I learned about life and business was I just wasn't committed enough.
Wow.
And I had the shiny object syndrome. Y'all know that?
Yeah.
No.
Like the next
I
big
run
thing.
from that.
Yeah, the next big thing, the next shiny thing. Because I'm an overthinker, recovering overthinker. And so I would think about something so hard that like, this is great. This is a blessing. But is there more? I don't want to miss it. Am I supposed to stop here, God? And so I overthink myself out of it. And then I'm chasing the next shiny thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So as soon as I start a project, I couldn't even finish it.
Because you were already on the
Because I was on the next shiny thing. But I'm like, God, you just gave me something else. You want me to run with it now? He's like, no. I gave it to you so you would know and so you would chill out. I have all these great things for you, but you don't act on it right away.
Yeah.
You got to have commitment to stick with what you're doing and then move to the next thing.
Yeah.
So the 3 C's, it'll help you every time. You can sign up for coaching and get started.
Talk about, I think that's so profound because, even with this podcast, the goal here was to really have these conversations with those 99%ers, right? Those 9 to 5, those people that are working every day. To your point, more often than not, we've talked to a lot of different people within the entrepreneurship space, and it comes down to that part you're talking about, commitment.
Yeah.
And also what kind of interests me about our discussion today is, you talked about when you were going on this journey, you had to have that faith. And I think a lot of time, especially within the 99%, we're so focused on having this, we want to see it before we take that step.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the way life works, it doesn't work like that. When you don't have that faith or commitment to take that initial step to go in that direction, it may never come to fruition because you're not committed to it.
Yeah.
So,
my dad used to say, easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
Right? So if I have to see it first, then that's not faith. It didn't take anything. If I have to see it first, that means anybody could do it. But I don't want any kind of blessing.
Right.
I want exceeding abundantly above all kind of blessing,
Yes.
which means I cannot see it first.
Yes.
And that makes it even greater because that means I want it even though I can't see it. Anybody can want something they see, but I want what I can't even see in you, right? This is what I love about pushing people into their purpose is I see, I think I told Malcolm the other day, what you can't even see in you. But that's why I believe so much in you. That's why when you pick a coach, when you pick a mentor, they ought to believe in what they can't see in you. If you can tell me I got on green, I don't need to pay you for that.
Right.
I need you to tell me that with this green suit, I can go internationally. I can walk into banks and get loans. I can go online and do a podcast that stretches to Africa and to Asia and to all these different places. Tell me that with my green on, it's going to change my bank account. I get to show up differently than what I am. Tell me something that I can't see myself.
Wow.
And not because you're a psychic, you're trying to tell me something, but because you believe in what I can't see. Right? Malcolm said the caterpillar can't see its wings. I often hear, too, a pitcher can't see the frame. But the pitcher is just being that best pitcher.
Yeah.
And people admire it. And they have no idea what's holding them up on the outside.
Wow.
They have no idea. And God tells us, y'all, I love God and his word, that we're just a masterpiece. And every day he showed me, he's like painting our canvas. Right? Every day he's adding a stroke. Every time you do something, every time you say something, every time you get an assignment right, he's adding to your masterpiece.
Wow.
Now, can you imagine if in the middle of him drawing your masterpiece, you walk away? You like, no, it's good, God. You did a couple strokes. I'm good. I got it.
Right.
He's like, no, imagine what it's going to be when I finish.
Yes.
So if we could just be committed to the finish of a thing, right?
I love it.
And God's not trying to say, I'm going to finish you when you get to heaven. He's like, I'm trying to get you to finish some things now. So then your character is ready.
Right.
Right? This is maturity. I want everybody to miss this. This is the mature thing I learned to pray for, is that don't give me anything my character is not ready for. It will change the way you pray. It will change the way you show up. We ask for so many things. And God's like, I'll give it to you, but I'm trying to get your character ready. Because if I don't, when you get there, it's going to illuminate everything you already have wrong. Money only illuminates your issues. So either you were a good person and you knew how to keep track of your money and you were financially literate and all that, or you were bad with your money, and when you get more money, it's going to show.
Right.
So we look at people and we're like, I can't believe they're that kind of person. That's who they were when they didn't have money.
Yeah.
Money just illuminates.
Yes.
So I've learned to pray, only God give me what my character is ready for so I can keep it.
Yeah.
Because what's worse is when he gives you what you prayed for, and then you lose it.
Yeah.
Because we're so quick to say God, won't answer prayers and he won't give us our way. Yes, he will. He will give us our way. He's not going to let it destroy us, but he's going to give it to us because there's consequences to every choice you make.
Yes.
So we don't like to hear the God of consequences.
Oh, no.
But he has consequences.
Absolutely.
So every choice you make, he's going to bless you, but you're going to have a consequence.
Yeah.
The children of Israel, they had to go through the wilderness before they got to the promised land. And he made them wander.
Yep.
What should have taken them like 4 days, right? Took them 40 years.
Yeah.
They had to wander. Because he's like, I'm going to get you the blessing, but you still have a consequence.
Yes.
For not listening to me, not obeying. They got mad at Moses. So many things happened when they were in the wilderness. That guy was like, cool, I'm going to let the whole generation die off.
Right.
And then I'll let the right ones go in. So just trust God.
What I like about you, just from this interview, is during every moment, like even back from going all the way to going into the military, I noticed that it was a trial or something that happened where you went to college freshman year, what they call it, a freshman dropout.
Yes, that was them.
But then someone said you couldn't do something and you did it. When it came to you with the spa, someone said you couldn't do something. It was
Yeah.
and you did it. I feel like with your coaching, you're not just speaking off of, hey, do this. You're speaking
Right.
off of experience. And a lot of coaches out here, they just talk off of, I read this, do this. But you can really relate to a lot of people. So
Yes.
it makes you different, a different type of breed.
Yep. So I tell people there's a difference between coaching and mentoring, right? A coach is on the sidelines. They just give you plays and tell you what to do. That's what a coach does. A mentor gets in the field with you, gets in the fire with you, and they've probably been through what you've been through. They can help you get there quicker. But oftentimes we are putting the wrong expectations on coaches to be mentors and mentors to be coaches, and then we get upset when it doesn't go the way we want it to. But what expectation did you have on the person before they got started? So I tell people in the beginning, you want me to be your coach, you want me to be your mentor, that's not how it works. We're going to have a consultation and we're going to see what works best for you, and if even I'm a good fit for you. I may not be, and that's okay. So you have to find what's a good fit, because you're not going to put expectations on me and then they're unrealistic and you feel like you didn't get what you needed.
Right.
This is only going to work if you know, and we all know our positions and we play our part. So if you want a coach, you want somebody that just gives you these plays and you go run them, go get a coach. If you want a mentor who's going to get on your business, tell you what not to do, tell you where you don't need to be and how you need to show up, then we good. And I'll be your mentor, but I don't cross them, and I'm not going to be something that you want me to be because it's convenient.
Makes sense. So, I mean, this interview was amazing. It's one of my favorites by far. So, I mean, tell the people what you're excited about up and coming. You do so much. We all got a good relationship, but tell the people, where they can find you. What are some events that you're planning on, what you have coming up.
Okay. Before I do that, can I just shout y'all out? Because I really love both of y'all. Yusuf over here, first of all, from the day I met you, you have been so professional, so grounded, so just about your business.
Yes.
Right? But you also tap into the deep things. Like I see you kind of tapping into like wells that spring up. And so that's what I see as I'm talking to you, is like God is saying you'll be able to talk to people and impact people in a way that wells spring up out of them.
Wow.
So I'm excited to hear what you're going to do in the lives of people. Malcolm, I told you. Malcolm likes to carry a lot of heavy things, a lot of heavy loads, but you were built for that, right? And your stature, we laughed earlier about you needing a book or something, right? Yeah. But they put big things in little packages. You know what I'm saying? And so I just feel like there's even so much more to you that we haven't seen, is what I'm trying to say. So even by your package, people see you and they think, okay, we kind of know who Malcolm is, who King Mal is, but they have yet to see what all you're about to do. So I'm excited. All right?
We received that.
Yay! So let me tell y'all where you can find me. I'm going to be hanging around them. But I am at kmichelleconsulting.com. You can go to the website. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. Everywhere is I am Dr. Kimberley Michelle with one L. And we have some amazing events coming up. I have the conference on July 19th. It's a virtual summit, so I don't know when you guys are going to see this, but you can go back and watch the replay. Okay, so it's called the Comeback code. Literally, there is a comeback in every area of your life.
Yes.
And so we want to show you the code to success. So make sure you go to the comeback code. Again, I'm speaking in August. I am booked. So I'll be in Orlando at a beauty conference. It's like the biggest conference in the U.S. So I'm excited about that, teaching career students how to go from classroom to CEO. So I'm teaching students how to be entrepreneurs. Then I have Empowered for Purpose conference right here in Tampa. So I'm excited to be speaking at that. And then I'm in Jamaica, I think the end of August. Y'all.
Everybody going to Jamaica. I'm out there right now.
Jamaica's beautiful. I was in Mobay last year. So, but that's what I'm trying to do with the speaking. And I think I have some things in September. So, and then I'm speaking here in July next week, something else. So God is good. And I just really believe that whatever it is you need, it's available to you, but you have to be on the lookout for it, and you have to be ready.
Absolutely.
And you have to have the confidence, the clarity, and the commitment. So make sure you sign up with me. I do free consultations. Alex can help you write your own book, do financial literacy. We can talk about coaching, opening your own beauty spa, because I love to do that now. I help women open their own beauty spa. So we have some cohorts going out. So shout out to all my ladies that are about to be business owners in 2025.
Yes,
but I'm grateful to be here.
We
So
appreciate
happy to have
you.
you.
Are you?
Thank you.
Are you ready?
What we ready for? What we ready for? Let's
we call
go.
it Make It Make Sense.
Okay.
You want to
Uh-oh. Is this lightning round? Okay.
lightning round. So make it make sense. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's very beneficial. One of the things that we love to do is have it where we're showing or giving steps to those entrepreneurs or those individuals that want to be in the fields that you're in.
Okay.
So make it make sense. It's basically you have two things. Fortunately for us, maybe not fortunately for you. But what are a few steps for someone that's looking to get into the spa industry, and then a few steps of someone that wants to get into the speaking industry as far as a coach or mentor? So we'll start with spa first.
All right. So getting into the spa industry, they don't have to be in the beauty industry at all, which is nice, right? So you don't have to have a license and do all that. You just have to have a want to help people, a want to serve people. So you need to start off with a business. Do you have a business name, right? Do you have your EIN, your LLC? You need to start off with a business name.
Okay.
Then we need to start researching your location, right? And what kind of services do you want to provide? So we'll do that. I actually have a cohort where I teach you how to do all that.
Okay.
So in 90 days, we can teach you how to open your own spa. And we're going to go through that, your business name, your business structure, your retail, your employees, all of that good stuff, your location, right? That's the biggest part. And you don't have to be in Florida. We can show you how to do that all over.
All over.
So the first thing is to get a mentor, right? Get somebody that can help you with the business. That was the first thing I did wrong, was I did it all on my own when I first started. So you can accelerate anything in your life when you have a mentor or a coach, right? So that's the first thing that I would do. And start researching. You know, what kind of spa do you want? I ask people that whenever they sign up, because I'm not just going to show everybody, right? But the first thing I ask you is, what have you dreamed about? What have you thought about? If you could close your eyes, what does the spa look like? What are your brand colors? What services are you going to offer? How many rooms are you going to have? If you can't already visualize it, then you can't be in my cohort because you don't want it bad enough yet. I want you to want it so bad that you're like, I've been waiting for this moment.
How do you send people away?
I say, it's not your time. No, thank you.
I was just because I felt like I was that person just now. I was like, even though I don't want to spot, but I was like,
no, because I meet people all the time that have been visualizing it for years, right? And so maybe that's just not your thing right now. There's a lot of good things we can do, but they're not God things. There's a lot of things you can do because you have the money, but it's not the time, right? We talked about the different season.
Yes.
So if it's not the time, that's fine, right? Because when the student is ready, the teacher shows up.
absolutely.
So if they're not ready, it's okay. It's just not your time. I'll see you next time. Because I'm not in the business of people just opening businesses.
Yeah.
It's not what we're here for. You're not going to
Right.
stay open.
Yep.
I want you to do it because you can already visualize helping people. When I started and became an esthetician, I visualized how people would look that healed from their acne, how people would look that took care of scars on their face and hyperpigmentation, right? I thought about what that would feel like when I would massage people's feet and make them feel better. People used to come in my spa, men and women, and fall asleep. We were literally going to get a car service because people didn't want to drive home. Like, that's how I want you to feel. People said I had heavenly hands. That's how I want you to feel. Wives would bring their husbands because they know I'm about business, but I'm about to settle him. I'm about to calm him. He's going to go back to you a better man, a better husband. I had that as one of my testimonies. The husband came for like Father's Day, and then he kept coming. And she was like, now, Miss Kim. But he came and he didn't talk. He wasn't doing all of that. He really just, and he's like, you know what? This made me a better husband and a better father.
Oh, wow.
Because he can come and let out whatever he needs to let out. And then he can go because it's all about business. So you got to focus and visualize what you want first or it's not time. The second one is, which one?
So
the speaking.
Speaking, correct.
You got to serve, right? So I believe the biggest blessing comes from people that are serving. And that's what you do with a good waiter. They serve you, right? So when you're waiting for something to happen, you need to go serve. Where can you speak? I've spoken at children's homes and transitional homes and youth centers and churches. I tell people I used to praise dance back in the day, and I praise danced in Walmart. In the BX on base. And they're like, you're not in church? No, I will dance anywhere because I just love what I was doing for
What
God.
you do that to? I'm not dancing.
You did all your research,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So
Yeah.
I praise dance
like, what the world?
everywhere. You were praise dancing?
I thought there's a YouTube out there of me praise dancing at my pastor's pastor anniversary. You know they have
Okay.
that? Yeah.
You just told him.
I tried to
Y'all,
hide
he
it.
felt convicted and had to tell.
I did. It is out there.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
man.
It is out there.
So you serve, and now look at you.
Well, yeah.
You were praise dancing and doing whatever for your pastor. Now look at you.
No, I agree with you.
The speaker, yeah.
I love sir.
we're big
Even
on
if I'm the
service.
co
100%.
like the main speaker,
Yeah.
I'm serving.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
putting chairs out. But my bad, go keep going.
But that's what it is. Yep, you serve.
You threw me off.
I'm doing great today. Y'all see this? If y'all want me to come back, say yes
Absolutely.
in the comments. So you serve and you show up, right? JR, one of my favorite people, right? The Hood Motivator says every speech is an interview for the next one. So every time you show up with everything you have, because then it's an interview for the next one.
Absolutely.
And so that's the only way people are going to know you and get to know who you are. I asked JR that question, like, how are you in the top 50 speakers on LinkedIn? He's like, I speak. And then people contact me from there to speak. So one, if people don't know you're a speaker, you're not going to be a speaker. People have to know what you do.
Correct.
And I think sometimes we get scared or embarrassed. Like, I just talked about this yesterday. Talk about today.
Yep.
It's always another new person that doesn't know what you're doing. So if we don't know you're a speaker, I can't help you.
Yep.
If I don't know you like to serve, I can't help you.
Yep.
Right.
So you need to open your mouth. That's another book I didn't bring, Take the Muzzle Off. But we'll talk about that another time.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Speaking of, I know we're at the end, but you have a book where you actually helped a lot of women and you guys wrote a book together.
Yes.
That's powerful.
So one of the books, I have 12 published books and collaborations. And so one of them is called One Day at a Time. I was just telling Malcolm the story. I wrote it when I was about to get divorced, so it was the hardest time in my life. But my dad had just passed away. And then my great aunt was like the only last living relative, and she was about to pass away. And I kept saying, like, I'm going through too much. Like, you're not going to make it. And my dad just left. And she said, take it one day at a time. And I was like, I am not trying to hear that right now. Okay. I'm like, my marriage and life. And she said, one day at a time. And I kept thinking, I can't do it. So she passed away right after that. And I was like, Lord, now listen, I just said this was too much. And he reminded me one day at a time. But I kept seeing, because I see in words, DAE. And I'm like, God, now I know you a big God. But that's not how you spell day. And he kept saying DAE, one day at a time. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. And he finally told me DAE is declarations, affirmations, and encouragement. So every day you need to be declaring something over yourself, you need to be affirming yourself, and you need to encourage yourself. Every day. So I declare that I'm a millionaire, that I'm going to bless millions of people. I affirm that I am who God created me to be. And I encourage myself that I can do this. Right? So every day you should be doing that over yourself. So I decided, this great idea, that I was going to do one for every day of the year, 365 days. And I said, I'm going to grab 365 women so they each can write something about, their life and put it in the book.
Wow.
My ex was like, no way. Not even him. Everybody was saying, there's no way you're going to get 300 women on the same page. And I was like, okay, God, let's do it. So when we got to 100, I was like, you know what? I'm quitting. That's enough. I'll fill in the rest of the pages. And God was like, no, keep going. And everybody just jumped in and said, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. So it wasn't even about the money. I wasn't even thinking about it. It was like, we got 300 something women on one page. And the biggest thing that was so huge was each person got to pick a day. right? And then some people, I just started giving them days because some days were taken. Everybody that I assigned a day to said it was a special day for them. One young lady, her son had passed away on the day I gave her. So she was happy to write that story. Another person, it was her marriage anniversary. So she was happy to write on that day.
Wow.
So I was like, God, this is it. But they had no idea in my marriage, it was about to be over, right? It was failing. And I wrote this book as like one last ditch effort to like be alive. And they saved my life.
Wow.
So I told all the women at the book launch, your yes saved my life. So you just never know what people are dealing with, what people are struggling with. And you can be out front because everybody said, why are you getting divorced? You look so happy. I'm supposed to look happy, right? Because I'm out here. But you don't know what people are battling with. So check on your strong friends. Check on the friends that look like everything is okay.
Yeah.
And we did this book. And it's still been a blessing. We have a workbook. We did a hardback copy. And I'm still grateful to all the 300 plus women that were a part of it because they all went on to write their own book. So that's how I hit over 300, like in a month, couple months. They all went on to write their own book. And so it's just been amazing from here.
We appreciate you for coming on to the Knucklehead podcast. It was such an honor. Can you, one more time, let them know where they can find you?
All right.
Outside of hanging out with us.
So if y'all see me out, don't act like you don't know me.
Right.
Period.
KMichelleConsulting.com, Michelle with one L. And then I am Dr. K Michelle or Dr. Kimberly Michelle on all platforms. And I look forward to meeting you guys. And again, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Wait, I'm an honorary knucklehead?
Yep.
Yes.
You are
That's
today.
You are now.
I want the necklace, the T-shirt.
We working on
All
it.
right.
We got you.
We working on
it. So, to those individuals, I am Malcolm.
I'm Quan.
This is a Knucklehead podcast. Once again, this is where you take the 99%, put them into that 1%, and shake things up. With that 2%, 3%, matter of fact, let's push it to 15. Because if we can change one life at a time, that person can change someone else's life. And next thing you know, everybody else is winning. Let's get it. See you guys at the top.